going on, guys? Coming at y'all with another video. By the way, I apologize if you hear a little bit of noise in the background. Peppa Pig. Junior's watching Peppa Pig on his tablet. But I guess I want to talk about in this video doing what you need to do to get the job that you want. I see it like I'm sure people that watch these videos, they're in various trucker pages and trucker groups and watch so many videos on YouTube and everything, you know, all the research that you do into trying to find the job that you feel is right for you. But something that gets me is you see questions like, well, are they going to be upset if I do X, Y, Z? The one that bothers me the most is, do they do a urinalysis or a hair follicle test? Or do they do both? How far back does the hair follicle test go? How far back does the urinalysis go? If they ask if you use drugs, like what's the time limit on it? Blah, blah, blah. And then I see it like in various trucker groups, people talking about, you know what? Screw what this other person said. You know, I smoke on my off time, and then I do it, you know, and I get in the truck and I drive, and sometimes I want to smoke me a little joint when I'm, you know, on my 10-hour break. It helps relax me and all kind of stuff like that. And I'm just like, what? Like, people are saying stuff like, you know, yeah, weed is going to be legal soon, so might as well. Or alcohol is legal and this, that, and the third, so why not do this and why not do that? And then they'll turn around and ask, I've had people just ask me, and I'm sure there are other drivers out there, hey, what's the qualifications to get on with Walmart? How are they going to do a hair follicle test or a urinalysis? Are they going to do both? How far back does it go? Or, you know, and I've had that happen for ATS too, and Rail. All three companies I've driven for. My thing is, if you're going to come out here and be a truck driver, or this video is for truck drivers, but it's, you know, you can apply it to whatever arena of life you're in. If you know your job or field that you want to be in, or, you know, want to continue your career in, requires you to do these things or to not do certain things, I don't understand why people want to find the need to, it's just like they have to go against the grain and they have to find a way to fight the system. It's like they want to be able to do all the bad stuff and all the stuff that's not conducive to doing their job safely, but they also want to have the good high paying job. Or if they want to have a job, period, in that industry. Like, y'all need to understand, our job that we do, if you mess up, you can kill somebody. And there's no two ways about it. And at the bare minimum, kill yourself. I don't understand why people want to play the system, and if they find out a company's just like, you know, we're going to do a drug test, you know, we're going to do a hair test or a urinalysis or whatever, they're quick to want to find some way to beat the system. I had somebody that I know slide in my DMs on Instagram, ask me like, hey, how do you like driving for Walmart? I like it, it's good. I enjoy it so far. You know, XYZ. And I didn't even know he was a truck driver. I didn't. He was like, yeah, I'm thinking about applying, you know. And another thing that gets me is when people ask all these random dumbass, I'm trying not to be this guy. When people ask random dumbass questions that you can literally just look on, that when sometimes you notice when people ask you guys questions about a company or whatever company that you're with, or they want to know something, you can easily tell the ones that have done zero research on their own, because they're asking questions that the companies are point blank in your face saying, like, this is what we do. Like when they ask stuff like, what's the requirements for as far as experience? What all do I need to have? What's this, what's that, and all this stuff. I regularly check, even though I'm with Walmart now, I still regularly check the page where, you know, it's like where you can go find the job openings, the same page that I had to go through to apply. And it literally is telling you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way down to Z of what they want, what they're looking for, you know, what are their requirements. And then it gets me when people ask me stuff like, so what's the home time like? What's the pay like? You know, where are you out of? Not those questions. I should be more specific and say questions just like, what are the requirements? How long do they require you to drive? All like the stuff that you literally look at just like read the website. Like it's like people want stuff handed to them, and I just don't get it. People want stuff handed to them, and then they don't want to do what it takes to keep that said position if by some chance they get it. If you want to drive for Walmart, ATS, Rail, Crete, I don't care, whatever company you want to drive for, look up, do the research, look at the requirements. If you meet those requirements, then go ahead and do what you got to do to try to get that position. And don't do things to try to play the system, because it can and will come back to bite you in the butt. If you wanted, I know you guys be like, well, he was a former cop, so you're saying this because, well, he hates weed. I don't have an issue with weed. I really don't care. I really don't. But if you want to have a safety sensitive job such as trucking, but you also want to partake in marijuana, you need to choose what you want to do. If you want to smoke it up, that's fine. Do your thing. But don't be a truck driver. And if you're serious about wanting to be a truck driver, and you have smoked weed, which most people have, I've never done it, but a lot of people have. If you want to be a truck driver and you're serious about trying to make that change and make that career change or trying to get into that field, then you need to leave that stuff behind. You can't go into the next arena or facet of your life but continue to want to do the old things that aren't conducive for you to be successful in that next level of life. It's just not going to work. That's just like if you choose to, I don't know, work at McDonald's and you wearing the clothes that you got to wear while you're working at McDonald's, and somehow or another you luck up and get a job where you're working in like corporate America or something, where you've got to wear a suit and a tie and, you know, a shirt and a tie and all, you have to have a certain professional look. You need to understand, you need to leave that old stuff behind. You need to leave that McDonald's grease covered uniform that you're flipping burgers in back at that old level of your life. You okay, Ray J? Oh, I'll fix that in a second. You need to leave that old stuff into the old area of your life, and you need to go ahead and dress and be and act and become the part of what you want to do. I'm not even going to entertain the kind of stuff. So when people turn and ask me, point blank period, you know, about trucking in general, and then they want to be like, the second you start asking stuff like, so how often are they drug testing? Can I do this? Because I still like to smoke weed. I'm automatically just, we're done. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste Walmart's, ATS, any company out here's time. Because you're playing games. You're not serious about it. When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of whatever phase you're at in life and you want to change. What? Ray J, what? No, sir. And whenever you're sick and tired of being in a certain phase in your life and you're ready to move forward, you're going to drop those habits, those bad things that will hold you back. Another thing that gets me is on also a lot of these groups, I see people who are like owner operators giving advice to these like new drivers who want to be like, it's the whole drug thing again. They're just like, well, shoot, if you want to do your thing and you smoke your weed and do what you want to do, go buy a truck and become an owner operator. What kind of raggedy ass ghetto advice is that? So instead of telling somebody to drop bad habits, you want to sit there to tell them, to try to help them find a way to get around the system. You have enough people, like, the microscope is already on us enough as it is as truck drivers. The good ones and the bad ones alike. The system is on us like white on rice. And you don't need to give the system any more of a way to screw us over than what it already does with all the regulations and everything that we have to abide by. So you need to think about that kind of stuff before you give people a piece of advice on trying to outsmart and outwit the system. You have enough drivers, like you have enough people and drivers come out here and have at-fault accidents and hurt or kill people, and it comes to find out that they were high or have marijuana or some kind of substance in their system that keeps them under the influence. You have that come out, and those facts are presented. You guys already know. You watch the news. Semi truck does something slightly wrong, you end up on World Star, all the websites where people see where truck drivers mess up. It's on the news. This driver killed this person, all kind of stuff. You guys see the wild lawsuits that are out there. So don't give the system anything else to want to impose harder, more ridiculous regulations on us as it is. Leave it alone. Do the right thing. Like, literally. Just do the right thing. It's not that hard. If you know you don't need to be using drugs or drinking or doing whatever you're sinful, I don't want to say sinful, because people are going to take that wrong and be like, oh, you're looking down on us. I'm not looking down on anybody. But whatever I say your guilty pleasure is, if you want to partake in certain things that are going to affect your ability to drive and maintain a clean CDL record, don't slide in my inbox asking me how to help you get on with any company that I've been with or any piece of advice. Because I'm not the kind of person that's going to come out here wanting to look like a fool to help you out if you're not even serious. But yeah, this was more so talking about just putting away those bad habits. Leave the drugs alone. Like, don't come out here and do this safety sensitive job and think you're going to come out here high as a kite like every day is 420 and just smoke it up and just be out here just doing what you want to do. Like, no. I don't want you part of my, especially the company that I drive for. I don't want you to even consider trying to put me down as a reference if you can't even do the right thing to maintain your lifestyle, your CDL, and you're always trying to cut corners and whatnot. If you don't want to be safe, if you want to sit there and just be a reckless driver, don't ask me to be a reference for you, because I'm not putting my name out there for somebody that's reckless and doesn't care about doing the right thing at all times. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm perfect, but I'm not going to sit here and do something absolutely atrocious that could harm myself or others. That's just so wild to me that people want to cut the system, like play the system and cut corners. Don't do it. Do what you need to do to allow yourself to be successful in your career, whatever it is you choose to do. Obviously, this is truck driving specific, but whatever arena you're in life, whatever career field you choose to do, do what you need to do to allow yourself to have a successful tenure in that career. Don't take shortcuts. Don't try to play the system, try to screw people over and get what you want, or to screw the system over to try to get what you want out of it, but you don't want to follow the rules. Rules are in place for a reason. And then you hear the talks about people saying, well, marijuana is about to become legal. That's all well and good. Companies are still going to have their own policy. Even if it does become federally legal and people can have a field day with it, any company can still say, well, we don't want you to have any marijuana or smoke it or anything. Because it's their companies. They can make their rules. And that's just the bottom line. So if you have a problem doing the right thing and abiding by the rules and trying to cut corners and trying to play with safety, Walmart is not the place for you, nor any of the other two companies I've driven for, Walmart Rail or ATS. And truck driving is definitely not the field you should consider or want to be in if you want to cut corners and be unsafe. Don't do it. I don't need you out here with that kind of mindset driving these roads with me. Other people don't want you out there driving these roads with that mindset with their family members out there, their loved ones. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants, and we're looked at as professional drivers. We're not perfect, but we're supposed to be looked at as professional. And if you can't come, Ray J, I get it, Ray, buddy, please stop. We get it. You like the Jake break. It's okay. Yeah, but if you can't be safe, you don't want to do the right thing, then you need to reconsider being a truck driver and trying to get into this field. And if those questions are the ones you want to ask me, the ones that you can find on a website, and then the ones also asking about drugs and stuff like that, don't waste your time asking me that. Because it shows me two things. You don't know how to get rid of those bad habits that hold you back in life. And two, you didn't do the research. You want somebody to hand it to you and just make it easy. Do some research. Do research. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. And that's with anything in life. Do your due diligence. Do the research. Find out as much information as you can on your own, and then talk to people in that profession or that company and ask them more specific questions that you're not going to find from doing your own research. But yeah, if you want something handed to you, you're not trying to work for it, and you don't know how to let go of those bad habits that'll hold you back, that's illegal for our field that we're in, please stay off of my comment section asking me about what's your email so I can talk to you about these things. Because I'm automatically going, once I read the email and start seeing that kind of stuff, I'm not going to reply. I promise you I'm not. Because you're wasting my time. My time is valuable. You can't put a dollar amount on the time that I have in my life, and that's my free time that I use to do this channel. So if you can't respect that and you want to waste my time asking about drugs, and if you can or can't use them, or if you know how long back these tests go, stay out my inbox, stay out my emails, stay out any form of communication, because that's not, you're not what I want on the road with me, and you're not who I want driving at the same company as me, because you're unsafe. And I don't want those kind of people on the road around me or my family or loved ones or anybody, because you're going to kill somebody. And I'm sorry, saying a quick I'm sorry is not going to bring back someone's dead husband, wife, child, whomever. It's not going to bring them back. So, yeah. But as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and catch y'all on the next video. I'll start dropping more stuff as far as my journey at Walmart goes. I'll make a little disclaimer video on that. it'll be its own separate video, and then I'll just start talking about my experience and things and whatnot, and go from there. Yeah.